Hello everybody, my name is John with SLP TV, and I am retired United States Army of 24 years, and 11 years of it was done in infantry. For those of you that do not know, that is basically a foot soldier, training pretty much every day to take out the enemy. Okay, now the basic standard pistol that was used when I was in the military is the BERETTA 9mm 92F semi-automatic pistol. That is this weapon right here. Okay, keep in mind this is a fully loaded weapon. Now before we get into proper procedures for safety on this weapon, you need to know some things. Self-defense of your person, property, or another person, self-defense only, should be used with this gun. This gun is not a toy. It is a dangerous weapon. Nobody, if you have your own weapon, you should already be trained on it properly, know how to use it, know what to do and what not to do with it. No one else should be even touching your weapon unless it is unarmed. It is properly cleared. You should not be handing your weapon to anyone unless it is properly cleared. In most cases, even at the range, because it's better if they learn how to properly load the gun at the range. For safety reasons, this is not a toy. Do not go bang bang. Do not start shooting in the air. Do not start shooting at random objects. Everything that comes out of the barrel of this gun and every other weapon is dangerous. Even a pellet gun can seriously hurt somebody if you're not watching what you're doing. You have no idea what bullets do when they leave a gun and they hit things. They ricochet. I have been in the military 24 years and I've seen tracer rounds at night. You wouldn't believe some of the directions some of these rounds take when they ricochet. That being said, watch after yourself and your buddies and anyone around you. Know where this weapon is being pointed. Number one is usually ensure the weapon is on safe. Yes, that is true. But also, number one should also be understood that if you pull this gun out from a holster, from your pocket, from a cabinet, from a drawer, from a wall, anywhere, you ensure at the very least to start with that gun or weapon is pointed in a safe direction. Right now I'm pointed in to my couch, to the floor. If anyone's under my floorboard, that's their fault for trespassing. Anyway, on the top, you will see right here. It's kind of hard to see. You might see the red in it. Okay, right about here. You see that red? See where my finger is pointing? My fingernail's on? That is a bullet or round indicator. What that is basically a piece of metal in the barrel that when a bullet is in the chamber and ready to be fired, it's poked out and you can see red on it. Now that's not to say that it won't be worn out after years of use. Just remember that. It's very small. Don't make that a judgment play when somebody's got a gun pointed in your face. Think about safety at all times. But that is just for your knowledge that a bullet is in the chamber. It is small. It is hard to see, but that's what that is for. Okay? Alright. Gun pointed in the proper direction. Where is that? Safe. Usually down unless you're on a second floor. Think about your gun safety. Wherever that bullet's going to go, it's going to cause damage, and you hope there's no person or living creature in the way of that gun and that bullet. Okay? Gun is on safe. Red means dead. If you see red here, that is not good. If you see red on this safety, red means dead. That means it is ready to fire. Okay? When you pull out your weapon from wherever you pull it, keep it in a safe direction away from people. If you're at a party with this gun, you should not even have it. You definitely shouldn't have it pulled out. Okay? Your finger stays outside of the trigger well. If your finger is inside this trigger well, you better be damn well ready to fire that weapon. and you are responsible for what comes out of the barrel of this gun. Okay? Finger outside unless you're ready to fire. Self-defense or on a range. First thing you're going to do, you see where my finger is? On the opposite side of my finger, there is a button. That is going to be your magazine release button. Magazine release press. Okay? I'm going to use my thumb and I'm going to press on that button. Loaded magazine is out. Okay? Remember the indicator. It is red. That means there's a bullet in the chamber. Turning it like this because I know where the bullet's going to go. Clear the chamber. That doesn't mean just pull it back and release it. Pull the charger back. Pull the barrel back. Inspect your chamber. Inspect your barrel. Ensure that there's no round in there. Right there. This is where it's going to be. Alright, right here. I have ensured that this is empty. When you look into your barrel, if you see this looking up at you, then you still have a round in the chamber. Okay? Now the gun is ready to be inspected, ready for somebody to see it, which I recommend nobody touches your gun but you. Okay? Now reloading the weapon. This particular weapon, 92F, semi-automatic 9mm pistol. Charging handle bat. This is how I load my weapon. An unloaded gun is a worthless weapon. It's no use. There's no use in self-defense. A loaded gun is dangerous and ready to go. Remember that. I always keep one round in the barrel. You see where that's going? Keeping it in a safe direction at all times. Release the charge. Release the gun. Charge will go forward. Place your loaded rounds back in your gun, ensuring you are still on safe. You know there's a barrel in the gun. You know there's a bullet in the barrel, and your finger does not go in the trigger well. Now, for safety, a lot of people like to play around with these guns. Ensure your finger is nowhere near it. If you think it's fun to play around and show people your gun, at least keep your finger away from it. You should not have a gun if you think it's just for a toy for playing around with. There are too many people dying. I recently attended a funeral where a young man that was going places shot himself because he didn't know what he was doing with a loaded gun. I'm assuming he was at a party or something and somebody was showing him a gun or he was showing them a gun. I don't know the details. Please protect yourself, your loved ones, friends, family, unknown people that have nothing to do with you. Nobody needs to be shot unnecessarily by a loaded gun. If you have no training and you're not using common sense, you should not even have a gun. Please, do the right thing.